we've all been kind of on the theme of Etel Adnan, to honor the dead is to like come home to ourselves, and I felt it might be appropriate to read one of her last letters in the book of Cities and Women, as she returns home to Beirut after quite a while. So I don't know, I feel like everyone in the front row has this book in their purse.
Oh my God.
It's the hot item of the season, and basically, let's see it.
Do you have
Gabby Bates brought it from.
Well, I don't know.
You brought it from the other coast. All right, you find it. So basically, okay, great. Basically, it's a very simple book. It's letters that she writes. Etel Adnan writes these letters to her editor, and she's writing them instead of sending in an essay that she owes him. So she's writing him. The essay is supposed to be on global feminism. It's not supposed to be a series of letters about all the fabulous cities she's in and what she's eating and drinking and who she's hanging out with. But as life is, that's a much more valuable thing to have documented. And in a way, she's like participating in the long history of travel writing. From like Calvino to like Ibn Battuta, she's traveling cities and she's doing a lot of thinking, and she finally makes it home to Beirut. So this is from August 7th, which is my parents' wedding anniversary. 1992. She says, "Dear Fawwaz, I'm sitting by a window, don't we always when we write, and I am, as you know, on Beirut's promontory, overlooking the right angle made by the Corniche and the sea nearby." She's always talking about the sea. "With 4 or 5 boats with their lights on and the horizon erased by the haze or the heat. The horizon is high, seen from my 11th floor, and behind me the mountains are already illuminated. There is a semblance of freshness in the air. Because from this height I can feel that the wind is starting to stir, otherwise the apartment would have been a furnace, and my spirit a steam bath." Let me jump a little. "It's the beginning of September, and with that beautiful name of Ailul, and I don't expect much rest. But in the evening of the heat melts into golden lights which engulf us around the setting sun. The fact that we know that there is teeming life under this apotheosis makes these moments bearable. The morning will come with a train of difficulties. Our memories don't have any future anymore." That's what my friend Claire writes to me in a note she leaves with the concierge. It's true. They're already not ahead of us. We are avoiding, collectively, to think too much about what our life here was. And by that I mean our youth. But to be in a perpetual present, like everyone does. It is also scary, but there's no choice. It becomes obvious that one is not going to build on a fleeting moment. And that's not a matter of having aged. The youth having had the same arrested look in their eyes as the old people by now. The city which was so cosmopolitan has no foreigners. These witnesses, so indispensable to the elaboration of memories, are absent. A lot of merchandise comes into the harbor, but nobody follows. It must be true that this place scared the world. Today we're already in mid-September, and the wind at least is stirring. The sea is in movement. Things speak out. Everything is language. I was thinking this morning about a movie I had seen a while ago, and whose scenario was written by Cocteau, The Young Man and Death. Nuriv was dancing with Zizi Jeanmaire. Although this ballet is a beautiful and famous one, I couldn't help but think that there was something basically wrong about it. Woman is not deaf. She does not need to portray death. The mystery of death goes through us. We die, but we are not deaf. I don't know what we are. But I can say that Janine's death, and this is the death of a friend she's commenting on, I can say that Janine's death, an enterprise she carried with courage, her family's and her friends' sorrow, the simplicity of everything that pertained to the mourning, this trip that I took for her funerals, all that convinced me in the light of 1 or 2 very sad mornings that life in Beirut has kept its moments of nobility, and that we do have a lot to preserve and to discover. I do not really wish to leave. Far from it. I should tell you that I visited your sister Amal and had lunch with her and met your mother for the first time. It was an agreeable and very quiet moment. I'll find someone who's leaving soon and ask that person to mail you this letter. In another week or 2, I will go to Athens, then to Skopelos, to see the house and tend the garden. Say hello to Naval and Jana. Love, Etel. Let's hit the bar.